That's exciting stuff, huh? It's good stuff. Happy for him.
Big time for long-term relationships.
I like how you put that together. That was clever. That was good, yeah. Oh, man.
So, Taylor, the last time we talked, you were pretty forthcoming and emotional about your desire to stay here. Now that contract's signed, you're back. How does it feel?
It's a blessing. Like I said before, I love this city, love this organization, love the guys in the locker room, all the coaches, everybody involved. So, it means the world to me that I get to stay here for this year on top of 2 more years. And, I'm excited to just get to work and make this the best season yet.
You've seen a lot of tough times in this organization over the years. What do you feel like, where do you feel like it is right now gives you some hope that things will be different?
Obviously I get the close relationship with the O-line room. I feel very confident in where we're at and where we're continue to go. I have the utmost faith in our entire offense, our entire defense, the coaching staff, what all the guys upstairs, Dan Morgan and them, what they've been able to bring together in the room. So, ultimately, I'm just really fired up about just the whole organization from the top to bottom. I'm excited about it.
When and how did this all come together?
We've been working on it for a little while, but it's crazy how fast things move. I get off the phone with my agent saying we got it all together, and then I'm getting congratulations texts too before I could even call my mom. So it's just wild how fast it all goes down. It's such a great opportunity, and I'm just happy to be here. So happy.
That day we talked to you, like Brant Tillis was just by happenstance was talking to us afterwards and was kind of like, Hank, did you know that? He watched you and heard some of what you said, and I just wondered if you had talked to him at all about how that.
Yeah, we're talking, and obviously, they're just tremendous guys. Brant's a tremendous person, and I'm happy to be working here with him, and excited about our future together.
Congratulatory calls and texts came in before you could call your mom. Yes. Was she the first call, and how did that go after when you gave her the news?
Yeah, they had some phone calls that I had to make, or they had to call me too, right? So I had to answer a few. But as soon as all settled down, that was definitely the first phone call I made because I knew she wouldn't be too happy if I had to make that phone call quick. So I had to get that out the way. He loved her to death, and like I said, I'm just glad I get to be down here with her and the rest of my family and get 2 more years on top of this one. So it's a wonderful opportunity.
Was there, like, you say you guys have been working on this for a while, was there ever a thought maybe before camp or during camp that you didn't think it was going to get done?
Yeah, really just it trickles down to control what I control, right? Like I said, the last interview, if this was my last season here, it's going to be my best one. And that's all I could control is doing everything I can to help this be, like I said, the offensive units, offensive lines, the whole team's best year. However, I can fill that role along with it being my best season. And that's still the goal, right? That hasn't changed. I still want this to be, collectively our best season yet and do everything I can to help that happen.
I know they still have to fill out the practice squad. There's still waiver wires tomorrow. But when you look around the room that's currently there, all 9 guys were here last year. That's extremely rare in the NFL. How important is that camaraderie and that consistency in that room to this unit?
Yeah, I think it's huge. It's a testament to everyone in the room for how everyone works and how we're all committed to that goal of being the best we can be and, playing, really good football day in, day out, week in, week out, and giving the whole team a chance. So, I'm loving it. I love all the guys in the room. And like I said before, I'm very excited to be working with them again this year and go back to work.
Where do you think you'll see the biggest benefit from that continuity?
Just, the chemistry, how quickly we can work, how quickly we communicate, how quickly we get on the same page with everything. I'd say it's the first thing that comes to mind. But, it's the NFL. It's crazy how, you see guys rotate in and out, and we all got a job to do, but there's something about knowing, I got Rob next to me, and, just the trust I have in him and the trust I believe he has in me, along with Corbs in the middle, directing it all, making all the mic points. So I love the group we have up front. And, I feel like know him more and more, especially going another year with him. So it's great.
A talk swirling around Adam and the Vikings. Have you had a chance to talk to him and just kind of see where his head is?
That's out my realm, right? Obviously I love Adam to death. So, but that's something I can't speak on. I can just speak on myself and helping his team.
NFL locker room like on cutdown day, and now that delicate balance between seeing guys go and knowing that from now these are the 53 men or the 52 other men that's going to be fighting with you every Sunday.
Obviously, it's a tough day, right? Preseason, you build those tight friendships and what have you, and you wish them the best of luck. But I take the opportunity to let the guys know, you don't take this opportunity for granted, right? Making a 53-man roster, it's special, and that means, I said, don't take it for granted. Come out here and work every day with that in mind, right? With that respect that comes with that. Respect that job you have. So that's something that I just wanted to let the guys know, something that I feel, right? Like, obviously I got a contract, but I don't take that for granted. I respect this game. I respect everyone from the top to bottom that works here. So that's how I feel about it every time I step on the field. I want to go out there and just put forth my best effort because, you never know, right? So I think that's something that you just see a little bit when it gets down to the 53. Sad of a day as it is, but it is like, I make sure I congratulate as many guys as I can because it's something that's very hard to do, right?
The preseason's over, training camp's over. This third one that Bryce Young's gone through, what do you, are there any new enlightenments that you've seen from his game in this third year?
I love Bryce, a quarterback, seeing him continue to grow. He's a tremendous person, tremendous leader, tremendous man, right? Great quarterback and leader. So I'm excited to be working with him for another year, right?
Cool.
You two have kind of that same one day at a time, being right in front of you vibe that you guys share. Have you seen him, as you've seen him develop, what have you learned about him in the last 3 years?
Just, I'd say that's the same thing about him from what I've seen, right? Just that mantra, just taking it one day at a time. That's, it's big into Stoicism. It's something I read up on. I don't know if he does, but you think he exemplifies that, and he's great at that. Just one snap clear, right? I think that's huge across the board. Whatever position you're in is, it's not always going to be perfect. But, like, if you have a bad play, go on to the next one. Bad game, go on to the next one. Whatever it is, you can't turn a bad play into a bad drive into a bad game, right? You got to learn how to go on to the next one. I think that carries on in life, right? Learning how to learn from your mistakes and go on and make sure that those mistakes don't happen again. Learn from them, but don't dwell on them. Because, when you're on the field, you really don't have time to.
You still doing your cookovers or whatever you have for the line? Or?
We decided to switch it up. Sometimes it'll be at my house, sometimes at one of the other guys, or we might go out to eat. So, if you have any dinner recommendations around the city, I'd love to hear them, pass them on to the guys. So,
Would be nice. Since you got the new deal, you can.
Stakes on me, huh?
I guess there was a photo on social media the other day of Rob Hunt's birthday, I think it was, all you guys there. It seemed like the whole offensive line was there. When, Jarrett got waived today and some of the rookies, how do you, as a leader and a guy who's been around the league, I know you said you've got empathy for all that stuff, but do you go out of your way to kind of encourage them throughout the week or anything?
We talk and, we wait to see who comes back for practice squad and what have you. But, I do believe a lot of those guys are still great football players because they're not here doesn't mean that they don't have an opportunity elsewhere. And it's something I tell them throughout preseason. It's a big thing around the league, right, is when you go out there for those preseason games, you're not just putting on a resume for this team, but for 31 other teams as well. So, whatever happens, make sure you're putting the best tape out there. And, you do that, you'll give yourself an opportunity, if not here, elsewhere. So that's something to let the guys know that don't make it.
You had another contract in you. This one goes to 27?
Yes, sir.
You good there?
It's one of those taking it one game at a time, huh? We'll see what happens.
Good time.
1 year at a time, right? We'll see what happens where my body's at. But like I said before, if my body's feeling great, tell myself it feels like a rookie again, feeling springy. I could still move around like I could my rookie year. And, as long as that's happening, we'll see what happens, right? What's been the secret? I'll say nutrition. For any young guys coming in listening, I think that nutrition is something that's huge, right? I try to stay away from the extra greasy double cheeseburgers and the fries. I don't have that as much in my diet. So eating cleaner, making sure I get my sleep, making sure that you eliminate as much stress as you can outside of football, right? Because football is stressful enough, and you learn that all the other stresses that outside of work, they'll wear on you, and they'll wear on your body along with your mind, right? So stuff like that, along with just getting with our tremendous athletic training room and the strength staff, getting with them about a good rehab recovery plan that's kind of fine-tuned to what I need. So just extra reps in the weight room or extra reps in the training room of little things I need, along with getting in the boots or the tubs or what have you. And a lot of it just is finding your routine and not getting bored with that process, right? Especially as this marathon of a season goes on, 17+ games. It's like, you got to catch yourself not getting bored with the routine. Something I think that especially as a younger player you can do, and you might get complacent, your body's feeling good, and then that's where you have to reset, right? And a lot of that is to my point I made earlier about not being in the NFL or like a 53-man roster, not taking it for granted, and remembering that, so that way you never get bored with the process.
Who is the weirdest food taste or choices when you go out?
Weirdest? I don't know if there's a weirdest, but he's Nigerian, so we had some Nigerian food at his place. It's very good. It's different. I would love to try it again, like goat. Never had goat before, but I am a big fan, so that's pretty good food. I mean, when you're 300 pounds plus, there's not a lot of being picky. In my opinion, I don't see a lot of pickiness, really.
Get cook for you one night.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for the squirrel yet. We'll see. We'll see.
Did you say that you were reading up on Stoicism? Is that what behind that?
I learned that really in college. My college coach, he was big into, letting go of the past, learning from the past, staying in the present, and not like over focusing on the future, just being in the present. And from there, there's a couple good books on that. And just reading up on it and just practicing that. And then once you realize that works, it's like, you just keep your head down, stay in the process. And when the season's over, you look up and that's how that all works. So it's been something that's helped me through a lot of tough times, in college and in the league. And, when things aren't always going my way, just being able to reset, learn, figure out like why that didn't work. Okay, I can fix that. Cool. And if you can't fix it, then, there's nothing really to do about it, right? At that point, it's out of your control. So why worry about it? So just be fanatic about the things you can control and learn from those things and get better. And in this profession, you got to work to perfect them.
Or was it more of a life?
I think football was really resonated more than anywhere. But then I could see it trickling into other spaces in my life from there. So like I said, that's why I kind of learned it's more of a big life lesson than just football. No problem, guys.